Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 17th of July 1971, which is just over a month on from the end of the last video. And in this part, what I want to do is sort out the water supply down in Dark Valley and also do a little bit of work up north, but the water supply does need to be a priority. But before that, I'll just give you an update of where we are. Things are going along quite quickly. And what we got here is we're just building this pipeline here. We've already finished the pipeline to here now. So this is full. So what I should be able to do now is just remove the bitumen link here. Because what we've now got fuel, well, we've got bitumen in there, which is 165 tons. So at the rate we're going, we might be able to export some bitumen from there. Also, the bitumen tank here has got a lot, so I think we've solved the long-term problem of bitumen. Now if I come across to here, the orphanage over here has been finished, but you can see we've got missing supplies. So what we're going to need to do is add the food supply to here. I think you only deliver food, so put that to 100%. And I think the clothes as well needs to go onto here as well. 100%. Oops. And then I think it's meat import. I don't know why that's called meat import. I need to take a look at that. Because we're not importing meat anymore. Meat 100%. Have a quick look at. Wow, what are you doing all the way over there? Oh, we need to think about that. That's not good. You're picking up the meat from the hunting camp to here. Yeah, we need another distribution office in this area. It's all part of the process I've got of clearing out here. I didn't realise that we need a proper distribution office here. What we got there? Like we've got the camps in there. I think we might have a little bit of space here. Let me just put in a distribution office here. This is one reason why I like to go round and check on what's actually going on, because it's little things like that that actually drag down your economy. Because at the moment we're bringing trucks all the way in from there to deliver meat. So what we're going to need to do is just move this distribution office over and then shut that one down. And I think, let me just see, got a section of road there that it needs to be built. In fact, we've got to keep the gas station open. Oh, we need this built as well, because this is the new gas station. And then we can take out the old one from here. Then we'll have a service road through to here. Now, with the in the last part, we started our rail construction up here, and it's done pretty well actually. It's got all the way. Wow, he's only got to the border. That's pretty good. So that we need to get that built. Once that connection's done, we'll bring in a. Let's just have a look and see what options we've got. Oops, don't want that. What options have we got? Track builder. Yeah, I mean we got the KH461 here, 50 kilometers an hour, 47. What we got here? Wagon transport. Yeah, I mean we're probably there. We use this KH461. Looks like we've lost the DK300s. And then what that should do is really start to push out the track laying through here. What I'll probably do is have the new one will push out this way, and then the slower one will end up filling in all the track in this area. So, alright, I can unpause now. The reason the game was unpaused was for the fact that I wanted to set this up. You, uh, the orphanage. You can see here we've already got people flowing in. We do need to set that up though. 55. The old prison is filling up quite quickly. Now, up here, our small town here, and I'm calling it a town now because I've kind of made a decision. I've been looking at this, and I think we're going to make this into a permanent settlement because that will ensure that the fire station here would be well staffed. It will also ensure that this water supply system can be kept going, and we can use that to supply water into this area. And then, so what we're going to do is build this up into a permanent village. It's going to take a little bit of time because we're going to have to migrate buildings. We'll probably put in a proper heating plant as well eventually. This heating plant we're just going to have to move. In fact, I think we'll move it now. Just get rid of you. Now, heating plants need about 800 meters. So what we need is we measure up to here. Say wow, that's a long way out. Maybe so we'll talk about the heating plant somewhere around there. And that will be far enough away. So what we'll do is we'll put the heating plant, put it in about, should we push it right back close to the tracks? If I flip it that way, that's no good. Okay, we're going to have a bit of a problem with the road. We're going to have something like that. And then we've got the conveyor here. Let's have a look here. What conveyor are you? That's oh, we might have a problem here. Let me just have a look. Now this is a road, so I just want to make sure that can go in there. This would be a footpath, so what we need is a mods. We're going to need to put something like that. Run that conveyor along like that. It's going to be quite a long conveyor, but it'll be okay. And then what we'll do is we're going to need a decent road from here. I think what we'll do is, just in case I need a road through here, run the road. Okay, we're going to need to get the road through here. I'll hook you up to there. And that one can come in there. I mean, what we'll most likely do is bring a road through here into this area here. And then that will go there. We are getting some brick production here, but it's not very big at the moment. You can see we've got, it keeps saying about drinking water. So if we expand this little water filtration plant, the only problem is going to be is sewage disposal. We may have to do some connections. Let me just take a look at this. When we've got quite a lot of pipe work here, and I've been thinking a little bit about this area here, and I think what we'll probably do is when we build the city up here, we'll use some of these filtration plants and create a closed circuit, because I don't really want to build a sewer all the way down to down here. The other thing I want to check is we're on the 19th of July. I just want to see We got quite a lot of surplus crops in the fact that the harvest is only just started. So I think the farming up here is looking pretty good. We might be able to step that up a little bit over time. So I think that covers the update for this area. So we've got that in there now. We can polish that up a little bit. This town is virtually at its final phase. We need to build out a little bit more this way. We've got... Wow, what we got here? How far off is this bridge? Oh, this bridge is doing quite well. I mean, it's building slowly, but we can get out here and get the oil going. That would be really brilliant. Now, just to go down to... Oops, I think I might have gone a bit too far. While we're here, we'll just check the trains. Okay, we're down to 3 jobs again. We just see where they are. I need to keep these guys busy. This guy's really busy. He's... I think what we're going to need to do is actually start thinking about electrifying the lines out here. Just see... Where's the other one? Right, this guy's working out this way. And where's the last one? This is a new job. Oh, yeah, wow. Okay. He's actually going up this slope here. Oh, he's on the way back, so what we're going to do is we're going to cancel that. Because I'd rather you build this first. Oops. Okay, I think I might have cancelled the wrong one. Okay, let me just... cancel that. Right, so I'll kind of mess this up a little bit. But that's okay. Got it under control. Right, we've got 2 lines built out there. And we're... I don't know why I keep pausing, but never mind. And I think I was building the lines into here. Yep. Just realised I need to put a... Well, we'll build this first. We need to put in the return line here. Actually, I don't think we're going to do that just at the moment. No, I can do it. I just need to keep an eye on things. So we're going to build that into there. Actually, I think what we will do is we'll remove that. Sorry for the prevarication, but we'll give him that to do. Yeah, I think we definitely need to electrify this line out here and start pushing it out a lot further. Our little town here is coming together quite nicely. We are putting some tourists there. I feel I've got a little bit of a labour shortage here, so I've put another building in here which will fill in this area here. Got the bus stop there, which I put in for a reason. I think that's meant to pick up the workforce. Economically, you can see down here, if I go back to last month, you can see we're now making 180,000 rubles from tourism now. So the tourism's coming together quite nicely. I'm going to quietly ignore this area. Simply because I think this was a bit of a bust, actually, to be honest. I still can't build this here. The game has been incredibly resistant, this area here. Our 2 towns over here are good. Why am I building something here? Oh, I had a bit of a traffic jam here. So I've got the guy building this. So the idea is that the trucks coming may want to go up here, pick up gravel coming from the top, will actually use this and not that road. Actually, while we're here as well, I mean, I know it's a bit wrong season, but I do want my asphalt crews should be finished now, but I'd like to keep filling in this area. We've got a road over there, so what I want to do is get this done here. I mean, this is very much a long-term project, asphalting in this area here. I just want to try and make that a little bit more efficient. So we finally got all the way round the update. All we got now is just to talk a little bit about this area. We're still kind of... I've got a bit of a concern here with respect to the fact that we don't have that much of a workforce in here. And this guy is still not... I mean, basically we're turning everything into fuel and bitumen. But it's... I think we've got the tanker in here that's effectively draining out all the fuel. Let me just check. There's 450 tons. I think we're going to reduce you to about 50%. Because this is actually exporting. In fact, I might go as low as 40% because I need to keep some bitumen in here. Now, our main town here, oops, thank you, game, is coming together slowly, with the emphasis on slowly. The big problem at the moment is getting all the sewage system in and running. And you can see we've got this mainline pipe here to be built. We've still got to get these main connections out as well. We've got the sewage loading and unloading here. We do have the Dark Valley Police Station now, and the secret police have finished. We need to work on the hospital. So at the rate we're going, I doubt very much that we're going to get this populated before winter. So we're probably looking at 1972 now. I mean, we've got lots of accommodation here. What was that? What's that? Road crossing. Oh, that's up north. That's okay. So we still got a lot more work to do here. Now we've built in, I think what we got here. We've got a gym here, nursery, and I think this is an old opera house. So if we could get the heating and sewage sorted out. We've got a heating plant here. I don't know whether... Yeah, we got that there. What we can do is move people into this area so we don't have to worry about the culture. I think we got brilliant coverage across the map because, of course, we got the tram lines here. We've also got the tram shed here. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll make the changes here. We've got quite a lot of changes to do, to be honest. And then what I'll do is give you a quick demo on bringing a tram in, and maybe we'll set one tram up to do run, or no, maybe two trams. We'll bring in two trams, one to set the two routes going up, round and back. But we've got to be a bit careful. In fact, let me just check this tram station. Well, actually, we can leave this on everybody just for the moment. I think this tram station is... Yeah, it's a bit too far away from them, so we're safe from that perspective. Okay, so now we're going to come up to here. Now, before we get in the water, I've got to make some changes to this area because somebody quite rightly pointed out that fork trucks aren't particularly that good. So I have a plan. And just to give you a bit of background, what I've done off camera is I spent an interesting couple of hours experimenting with these fields. I've literally seeing how much, if they will produce 40 tons a day as forecast there. 40 tons is the ideal, but because it's a day, bear in mind that that's just one very short cycle. That means that these fill up very quickly. So I actually agree with the comment that was put, the fact that I don't think we're going to be able to, I seriously doubt that the fork trucks will be. So I've come up with a new idea, which means we're going to have to do a few changes. And what I want to do is I'm going to put a silo there. Get rid of you. Actually, wash that and that. And then here we're going to put in a connection there. What that will mean is that these two fields will feed into this silo. And the next thing I want to do is just remove you. I'm going to remove you. And then I'm going to, don't know if I can do it with an ordinary. No, because I've got connections from there to there. But what I'm thinking is that if I put in ideally I would like, oh, nearly got it. Trouble is that is the road's going to be in the wrong place, isn't it? I have to kind of squish up that way. Okay, we've got another silo just there. Hoping that I can get the road down to there. Yep. The idea is we're going to get the 3 silos there, but we've got the road connections here. So what we'll have is that the output of this farm will flow into these 2 silos. That gives us storage for 1600 from these 3 fields. Now the problem we got here is what to do about this field here. Now I could put in a, what's it? You could put a silo there, but I'd like to put one up here. Now we've built this field, is already finished, but I mean, to be honest, it's not a great loss if I knock it down. So what we're going to do is demolish it, which means we're going to have to get rid of this road, trim this road back a bit as well. And then up in this corner, we'll put a grain silo like that. And that can hook to there. And then we'll put back in the irrigated field. Only things to think about. Oops, not too far. And then we're going to tilt this a little bit like that. I mean, we got the space. So that gives us that road connection there. And then we can redo this link here. Get built. That will still mean that we've got the distance to get the workers in. But what that means is we've now got this storage here. So that means that this field will have 800 and it's got another 1600 here. And one thing I haven't done is we need to make sure that road will connect. So what we'll have is this connecting through here and building up this way. So we've now got in the, well, corrected my mistakes. I did consider putting I mean, we got a small distillery here, which I hadn't taken into account. Let me just see. Yeah, wow, I forgot I put a distillery up here. Distillery needs 13 cubic meters of water. Okay. So what I want to do now is just plan the water supply. Now, from my testing, if you look at the water pipe here, the maximum capacity of a big water pipe is 127.23 meters. Now, if I put in a water pump here that touches these 3 fields, what effectively that means is that this pipeline will be drawing at maximum production, will be drawing 120 plus cubic meters. In fact, it is more, because when you've got all the workers, you've got 120 workers there, and they're also drinking water. So this one will be absolute maximum. Now, I don't want this to be connected to anything. I just want this to be connected to these 3 fields, because these 3 fields will draw all the necessary water from this one single substation. Now, over here, what I want is to position this. Ideally, I suppose I want this to cover the distillery, and also I'm prepared to let it touch that field, because just to show you, if we've got the food factory draws say 9 cubic meters, so that's 18 cubic meters. Because there's 2 factories here, the distillery draws 13, so that's about 20 or 30 cubic meters. So we can afford to have this one kind of connecting to the distillery like that, so about there, and 1 field. And where the mud road footpath into there. You've got to put a footpath in here. Somebody actually get kind of pointed out that when I'm connecting these up, I do need to do something like that to get the network built in here. Because I think in one of my earlier videos I just did a strange connection. So hopefully those footpaths will get connected and all joined up. So we've now got that there. Now, as an insurance policy, because the fact that we're going to get quite a large water pumping station here, I'm kind of thinking that I want another substation here. But what I want it to do is like cover this area here, including that field. So the idea is that this pumping station will provide the water to these. Actually, this is dedicated. Maybe what I want is a secondary backup for here, but what we can do is actually let the water run down into this area here. In fact, I'm kind of thinking if I put this here, they really low down, that will, because that will provide water to this field, but it will also provide water into this area. Now I do have one other water pump here, but so there'll be 2 very close together, but this is going to be quite a dense area. And the other thing, let me just see, check. Actually, I'm just wondering if I move this forward. I put it about there. Yeah, I think if I put it about there, what that will mean is that if I want to put any other buildings here, like system utility buildings, we can have the water supply there. So basically I've got 3 substations here. Now if you think about it, that means that if these are all going at maximum capacity, that means we need an output of over 300 cubic meters of water to be able to supply this area. So if I go, we're going to have to use a modded water treatment plant. I think there is one in here that will do it. You've got this one here. This is a big water treatment plant. It will give me 390 cubic meters of water. And you can see it's got lots and lots of connections. And so what I'm thinking is we're going to put this in about here on this corner. It doesn't produce any pollution as far as I know. So we're going to put you in about there. And what we'll be able to do is put the path in as well straight away. Is that we're going to put in some residents in here who will actually supply the water. Now, another test that I actually did is the capacity of the pumps. This is something I'd never really looked into that much. And what I found by testing this, a similar setup to this, what I did was just put full fields, I didn't put the factories in, was that the large pumps really need to operate on their own to supply 127 cubic meters of water. We need 3. So what I need is we're going to put in 3 large pumps. I know it looks over the top, but I can assure you that we're actually going to need this. What we're going to do is you there, and you're going to run there. Yeah, this is the big one. This one supplying these 3 fields. This one will literally be glowing red at certain periods of time. And then we're going to have the 3 water lines here. And of course, so we'll just accept that. But of course, eventually we may be going up this way as well. Supply the clothes industry up this way. So effectively now we've got 3 large pumps here. Now what we got to do is get the capability of supplying this area with 390 cubic meters of water. And if I show you the well, this well will give 215. So what we're going to, again, what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of put these close in for the residential area here so that people can walk in here. Now the problem you've got is that this can supply 215 cubic meters of water, but it will need 2 pipelines to be able to do that. So if we put in 2 of these like that, connections in, you can go there. In fact, probably will do something like that actually. I don't want too many road connections on here. Now what we're going to have to do now is come in here and you're going to come to there. You're going to come to there. Oops, cover this. You're going to go to there. Building in the way, it's probably because it's kind of curved away a little bit too quick. So we're going to need 4 pipelines in like that. So what we're going to need is the entire, I mean this will be the entire output of these big wells will be where's the big well? Big water well will be 430. So effectively we're going to need the entire output of 2 large wells going into here. Now technically I could actually not use the water treatment plant. We could just pump the water directly into here because these fields only need 60% water. If we show it to you, these only need 60% purity. The trouble is though, because they've got workers in here and there's going to be a lot of workers, and also up here we actually do need clean water for drinking. So even though this Wales will be producing, what was it? I can't remember now. Not water treatment. So even though we're getting 94% quality water, I want the water treatment plant here, especially as the fact that because this one is going to be draining into our city, that's more important. Because if you let poor water quality come into residential areas, you can have quite a big impact on your population here. That's something that you do need to consider. So that is the water supply. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get this up and running, but I think if we can get it up and running, it's going to be quite good actually. I think it's going to work. Concrete. Let me just get some guys whilst working on that. Concrete and asphalt's becoming quite a problem because you're getting so far away now from our source that it's taken a long time for them to deliver concrete. So I am considering seriously considering this actually. The fact let me just see is the fact that I'm kind of seriously considering going to panel roads, because panel roads only need gravel and prefab, and the top speed is 80 kilometers an hour. It's well within the range of most vehicles, and thank you game. So I'm starting to think that maybe in fact, let's just do it. We're gonna start using panel roads out here because we're going to put a rail connection to the clothing factory. And the other option that I have been considering is possibly using a tram network out here. We'd have to come out through here. Let me just check something out. Probably is if I put a tram network out, well, we could do a paved tram. What is it? Can we just a test? Yeah. What's the speed of the paved one? 80 kilometers an hour. What I'm thinking is that we'll put a service road out, and then I'm going to put maybe a paved tram route through here, crossing over the bridge here to send the workers out to here, because we need to get workers out here, and I don't really want to build a small village out here just to supply the clothing factory. So what we may have to do is put the clothing factories in just about here. That might be an option, but I feel that coming out this way we need a paved road. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, let me just make a change here, because these are service roads. We're going to come off like that, make a maximum amount of, come up like that, make a paved road. And then what I'll do is place you panel road as well. Oops. You there, and work. I think this will make sense. I think I've actually found a legitimate use for a panel road. And just put you in there. As I say, the road is really just in order to get construction crews out here and make the connections. So it's not like it's going to be used. All the main goods will be shipped by rail up to here. So, and I think by building the panel road, what that will mean is that we should be able to build it relatively quickly, because of course we can bring in the prefab panels from here. So that will mean is that all the resources we need to build these panel roads will be drawn from this area up here. And speed is not crucial. And I think what we'll do is we'll put the clothing industry in this area here, and then put the farms out that way. It doesn't have to be major, but we're not going to do that in this part. So we're just gonna speed the game up a bit now because I can pay attention. And I was going to do something else, and I've forgotten completely what I was going to do. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to talk about electrification. Or filled it. Fire, where are you? Oh, this should be well covered. Oh, wow. That's not good news. We need to... We better do a little bit of a check of our trees here. Get them in here. How much? Oh, that was getting a bit low. 4,000. This one isn't quite so important because all it's doing is making money for profit. In fact, the only thing it should be doing is making bitumen. I think I've shut everything else down in this area because there's no value to it. Let me just scoot over to here. Fix this area. Some pine trees in here. Again, we've nearly cleared all this area. Again, this one isn't so mission critical because what it's doing is just producing the boards. How are we doing here? Right, we've got another 90 odd residents in here. That means we should be getting a little bit more of a workforce in this area. Why are you complaining about food? Hey, stop complaining. You've got food, you've got electronics, you've got alcohol. Whoops. You need a delivery of alcohol here. Push that up to 100%. Oops, yeah, don't need 10 tons of alcohol in here. Wow. Drop that to probably go as low as 40% for that. So, for all intents and purposes, this town is now finished. We just need it to sit back and make us a pile of money. Don't think we've got any. You get to the pub, yeah. You just need the alcohol in there. Got a little bit of a sightseeing view here. What does our guess rate it as? Well, we're getting a budget, 4-star budget, trip rating 3.5. Trip duration 7 days out of 12. So a spend 5. So we are starting to make a little bit more money here. We might be able to put a few more attractions in. Obviously, no one wants to visit our Museum of the Republic. The art gallery is a little bit more So maybe I've got too much in the way of attractions here. So that is the current situation. And looks like we've actually got the bridge over here. And the guys are working over here. So we are getting a breakthrough here. I seem to have lost a ship. Bitumen ship. Let me just find that. Where are you? Are you? It says, oh, you need to wait until unloaded. So this guy could have just been wandering backwards and forwards, wasting fuel. That's not good. Okay, let me just go back here and check our fuel output now. How much money am I making from exporting bitumen then? Western countries. Not bad, 63,000. So we got 800,000 there. Got nearly 10 million. So we are looking pretty good. Oh, I've just remembered what we were going to do, wasn't it? We were going to set up some trams here. Just as a demo. So we're going to do that. We got 10 million. I think looking at the budget just reminded me. I was going. We got lots of, we're getting bricks and steel coming in. I think now I've sorted out the steel and the bricks and the prefabs. That's the reason why this is all picking up a lot more now. I say the real drag is the concrete and the asphalt, but I think we can solve that. Right, so what we need to do is just get over to the border, because we've got to deliver some trams. Right, let me just see. Trams. What we got in the way of trams? Speed. Our best speed is 70 kilometers an hour, 60 kilometers an hour. This carries 92 passengers. Wagon. So our best tram is 70 kilometers an hour. 132,000. Got wagon transportowy. I think that's Polish, I think. Well, we got this whole collection of trams here. They're a little bit cheaper. 70 kilometers an hour. Let me just see if we've got anything better on our western border. Let's see. So we got anything that's a bit faster. Short by speed. No, I think the top speed is 70 kilometers an hour, so I don't really want a tram of 150 people in it. Okay. These are actually transport trams. Okay, nearly made a mistake there. Didn't realize they were transport trams. So it looks like, are these actually, can we move goods with a tram? Interesting. This is 65, so our fastest tram is this one with 92 passengers. Right, so we'll have to buy these. One day I might take a look at these and see how we can transport goods with a tram. We probably need a specialized station. Anyway, we're going to buy tram Tim 2. We're going to buy 2 of those. Now, the next thing we got to do is come into here, because we got to find a truck that will carry these. Maybe a Charter P50. Wow. Open holes. Okay. Now this is the problem with the trams, is that we need, wow, we got a heavy steam hauler here, which is a bit of a surprise, and we've got this one here, this Haynes HDX 500. Now and the question is, do we have any of these in here? Um, open holes. Right, we got this truck here. Let me just see. What's this? Doesn't really tell us what the... Okay, let me just... If I can do this another way. Oops, don't want that. Let me just open this up. Put you there. No, it's not going to do it. Open hole game won't let me do it. This is 50, this is 40. What we're going to do is we're going to... I mean, these are really heavy weight trucks. What was the... Sorry I'm prevaricating, guys, but I'm trying to work out... You got the Haynes HDX 1000. Okay, let me just go over to this border. Because we got to haul them such a long distance. If we can get something that's a bit of speed, because I'm more worried about it holding back anything here. Right, this is 75 kilometers. Looks like it's about the best we're going to get. So we're going to need this. What's the difference? This one's here. This one, right. I'm going to buy one of those. Now this is where it's going to get a bit complicated. Is probably an understatement. What we're going to have to do is send you to here. I have to send you to the depot up here. Right, you're going to have to go there. Because we're going to need him to pick up the trams to deliver them all the way over to the border. And actually I did get a comment from somebody about building metro lines, and I've been thinking about maybe putting together a short video on the issues surrounding building elevated metro lines, but time is a factor. And also, while I'm at it, a big thank you for all your feedback you gave on the poll I published. For anyone that's interested, the top 2 games is Transport Fever 2, which just edged out Farthest Frontier. And I'm hoping that, time permitting, I should get the Transport Fever one out this week. And what I'm considering is that maybe doing another one for Farthest Frontier that will run in parallel, but it's all down to time, to be honest, at the moment. Anyway, let me just see. We're kind of building this area up here. We've built this road here. Kind of thinking, because the issue I've got is the distance to these buildings here, and I think the idea is that I'm going to move people out of here to here. And then we'll just keep kind of patching this through. I wouldn't mind. Let me just see. I think what I'll do is I want to take out. You there. One thing about mud. Mud. Whoops. Okay. Put you there. But that. And what's the road crew? Problem is, although this guy's set to 3,000 meters, oh no, he has picked it up. The range is starting to get a little bit long. What else are we building up here? We've got that's been picked up by this crew. I would like to build that. That's the mechanical component factory. In the next part, we'll probably be starting to plan this area. But at the moment, it's more to do because we do need to get this built up, if possible, so that we can get the steel mill functioning. What we got here? We got open rail, open hole. We can get that built up in that. Yep, no workers again. We just need a lot more workers into this area. Anyway, I've just realised I'm running out of time, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.